Ever since she was a child, Sophie dreamt about love. Not the heart-shaped box of chocolate long-stem movie star rose love, but a perennial till death do us part courtship that, while fanciful in this 21st century of serial monogamy and double-digit divorce rates, is as possible and as real to her as her beloved mascot of matrimony, the seahorse. It was her grandparents who instilled in her this vision. For as far back as she remembered, they appeared old, her grandparents, the way people in their 40s and 50s seem ancient to a child. And this, on top of their everlasting devotion, was what forged her notion of coupledom. Grandma was a dead ringer for Billy Barty, except she stood a foot taller. She had a squinty eye and woolly zero-chroma hair that she teased back to hide her bald spots. Grandpa was tall and lean and wore a perpetual nutty grin on his face. They loved each other fiercely, her grandparents, the way some people love black and white movies, or cable car rides in the summertime, or chocolate chip cookie dough before it's put in the oven. They wore matching copper-colored polyester leisure suits to sit in front of their in-wall saltwater fish tank, considered chic in the 60s and 70s. Holding hands like newlyweds, they'd watch, mesmerized, as miniature seahorses danced and twirled and wound their tails so taut that no current could cast them apart. To Sophie, the seahorse represents the holy grail of relationship, linked tails symbolic of an ideal togetherness. Grandma paid the bills and balanced the checkbook, while Grandpa did the shopping and folded laundry. Twice a week, she played the accordion and performed with her band, the Polka Dots, at the Orpheum and other venues. Sophie's grandfather, because she couldn't drive, chauffeured his wife to gigs around downtown Los Angeles. When her grandmother lost her sight to glaucoma, Grandpa spiritedly applied her makeup and took her, of all places, to a miniature golf course. Not one to let a disability get in the way of enjoying life, he himself had lost a fraction of 3 digits to a table saw and learned to bowl using only his thumb. He would ring a bell above the hole at the end of the putting green, so Grandma knew where to aim. It seems the only thing her grandfather didn't do, and which she's certain he would have done had only he been able, was to give birth to their 5 children. An oddity of nature bestowed upon the male seahorse, which stores and fertilizes his partner's eggs in his kangaroo-like pouch before giving birth to their brood. Married 49 years until her grandmother's death, Sophie's grandparents were as inseparable as any famous twosome: Harold and Maude, John and Yoko, Bonnie and Clyde. Yet they fashioned their matchup after the upright, swimming, bony fish, not just because the seahorse mates for life, but also because when a seahorse loses its mate, it dies within days from shock, and they found this quality endearing. As soon as her grandmother's casket was laid in the earth, Sophie's grandfather, not surprisingly, took ill. Over the next year, his health declined sharply from implacable grief, his once amicable demeanor souring into an irascible moodiness that no one and nothing could cure. Then he took a turn for the better. Color returned to his face. He smiled for reasons unknown. He laughed lightheartedly, bemused with the poetry of sky and the noise of life in the faces of loved ones, a wondrous, childlike state. And then, just as abruptly, he departed. Her grandparents' devotion shaped Sophie's ideology about love, and to this day, she holds on to the dream of consummating a lasting, rocking chairs on the porch, married couple filing jointly partnership. Because Sophie has remained single beyond what was once considered the conventional age for marriage, she now contemplates doing the unthinkable, hunting for him online. This story is about her foray into the virtual jungle.